Hey everybody, it's Jim Priest with the Friday Encouragement video. And don't forget, Monday is St. Patrick's Day. So I've got my Irish Jim badge on and wearing the green, getting ready for that. I want to tell you a story that comes from our early marriage, Diane and me. And it proves the point that I want to make for the encouragement video this week. Don't be so sure you're right when you're absolutely sure you're right. So Diane and I got married many years ago, 47 years ago, and she had a car that had been, well used. She bought it used, and then she'd used it quite a bit. But her dad thought it would be a good car for us to travel from where we were getting married in Electra, Texas, all the way out to Syracuse, New York, if he did a little bit of work on it. So he put new car seats in there, fabric cover car seats, and he made sure the engine and the belts were all replaced and all that sort of thing. New tires, and he gave it the fatherly blessing, and we started out in that car from Electra, Texas, but we only made it as far as Oklahoma City. In Oklahoma City, the car died. It just, and we got it pulled over to the side, and we didn't know what the problem was. I'd never heard a noise like that before. And so we spent that night of our honeymoon and most of the next day or two looking for a different car, seeing if this car could be repaired after we were told it was dead. It had a transmission problem, and the mechanic said it's not worth putting money in this car. So we had to buy a car. I think it was the second or third day of our honeymoon. And then that went well, and so off we went in the new car. And as we're traveling along in this new car that did not have air conditioning and had black vinyl seats in the middle of the summer, so it was a little hot in the car, and it got hotter when we started talking about that old car. Because Diane said to me, I'm going to miss that old car. It really was a very cool Dodge Dart. And I said, yeah, it was, but it wasn't a Dart, hon. It was a Belvedere. And she goes, hon, I've driven that car for the last 2 or 3 years, and it was a Dart. And I said, my love, I know cars, and it was a big car. A Dart is a small car, and it was a big car, so it was a Belvedere. No, it was a Dart. So this went on for a number of miles, and we were both convinced and, crossed our arms, and we were sure the other person was an idiot. And we finally got to the motel, barely speaking to each other. She went in to take a shower, and when she came out, she was drying her hair, and she had this knowing look on her face. And I thought, aha, she's finally realized that she's wrong. And she said, I was thinking about that old car, and I'm waiting, for her to say, yes, you were right, Jim. And she said, it wasn't a Dart. And I said, yes, I know. She said, and it wasn't a Belvedere. And I was like, really? She said, it was a Coronet. Remember, we kind of gave it the nickname Cora, the Coronet. And I was like, oh, you're right. And we had a good laugh over that because it proved the principle that you could be absolutely sure you're right and still be wrong. That was a good, first week of marriage lesson for us to learn, but it's good for all of us to learn, to remember sometimes, particularly political issues, something in the news, we can be absolutely sure that we're right, we're remembering a conversation correctly, and it turns out we're not doing very well at all in our memory, and we're wrong. And it's kind of humbling. But anyway, this week, as you're taking your stand and making sure that your point is made, just leave room for the possibility, even though you think you're right, you could be wrong. So that's the encouragement for this weekend and on to the next week. Hope you have a great weekend. The wind is terrific here in Oklahoma this day and probably through the weekend. So carry a big rock around in your pocket so you don't get blown away. See ya.